So I was just thinking, like, now that I'm famous from all 8 of you watching my videos, I have to put some sunnies on. No, actually, it's like beautiful, bright. Oh my gosh, it's so clear. It's crazy. Actually, I spoke too soon. I just looked over the mountain and no, there's smog, but it's beautiful. The sun's shining. It's still just barely at like 0, freezing, 32 Fahrenheit, I guess. But yeah, just getting a little walk in. I've realised I've missed that. Oh, hello. I almost kicked this guy. These headphones shut out all the noise, so I wasn't aware. Sorry, fella. Don't go in the road. Yeah, all right, I'm going. Like, how random is it that, like, in the middle of towns, people have animals, like chickens running around their garden that clearly can get out. Anyway, just realised that the last few days I haven't actually got out for a walk, and I've just been really busy doing, so my mood's been good. But this really is a vital thing that I found that like just keeps me up. And so I thought, you know what? I've got 20 minutes. I'm going to go on a quick loop round the block and then head into work. I expect if I Google it, there's all this science and chemistry behind what the sun does to you. But just from a average Joe with no science, feels effing good to just have that sun blasting down on you. Like, I can just feel, I don't know, you feel alive. Everybody looks for the sun, right? But it doesn't always have to be warm and beachy. It can just be right here at freezing cold temperature with a little sun, and fills my cup. You've got to find out what fills your cup, haven't you? And for me, it's the sunshine. Well, there it is. That's my stuff ready to go out the door. There's my stuff in the kitchen. I do still need to gather a few bits once I showered in the morning. And then all of my stuff that I still have to do with tonight, I will pack that also up in the morning. But yeah, I'm good to go. And now I'm heading off to work again. So it's my last night. I have very mixed emotions. I need to go back, so part of me is sort of looking forward to the differences and the changes, and part of me is really nervous that I will just drop back into old habits. I listened to something today that it said that when we do things and we feel better, if they're hard, we do new things, that sometimes even though we get the feedback that it is better for us, it's different, and the different can be scary, and we're more comfortable with the same. And so even though it's better and I've gained a lot and I have a lot of positive things to take with me, it's different. And that's where my fear is coming from, I think. Also, there's so much has happened and changed in my brain, and I've learned so much, but I don't feel like I've captured it in a way that it's organized yet. So I think I've got my little morning things. I think I know that I need to balance certain things, and I know ways to do it, but I definitely am more of a planner, and I have to like have everything set in order to feel confident that we can do this. I'm not good at like, let's just see how it goes. And I came into this with absolutely, I got nothing, so let's see how it goes. But now I have all this really great stuff, and I also have all the little naggy fears over here. And so I know that if I can focus on the great stuff, that I will do better, because I've watched it, my patterns. But yeah, that's where I sit in this place where I'm like, I feel kind of heavy, and not because I don't want to get back to my people, but just worried that I'll fail and then I will, you know, feel shitty about myself. I don't expect perfection, but I'm hoping, and so that's where I am. So it's the end of the day. Tomorrow's just kind of move out and get back to my place. And I've decided that whilst I won't do daily videos because it's time consuming and I need to do other things with my time, but I may continue to do something once a week or a couple of times a month, just as a, you know, further steps that work and didn't work. And because I do think, like, a lot of people trying to do things, and as you learn and you see other people, sometimes it just sparks a, like, yeah, that's a good idea, I might try that. So, and I've enjoyed the creative process. So thanks for following along, keeping me company. I've really felt a lot of fun support from people, lots of cheering, and you got this, Nat, and you know, and a lot of people that can relate, and a lot of people that need what I've done. And that's kind of been, you know, one of the sad things is when people say, I really need to do that. Like, I totally see where you're coming from, but my husband wouldn't let me. And I think that's one of the real challenges of being, you know, supported financially and feeling less than, but somehow your voice isn't equal to that. And I think I felt that a little bit in, you know, months ago, but I got to the place where, you know, I saved up enough so that I could pay for it without it impacting our family at all, like, or our current, you know, budget. And I also knew that I needed it, and I had to choose myself first, regardless of the outcome. So I did. I found the place, I booked it, I paid for it, and then I told my husband that's what I was doing, and you know, it worked out. So if you're in a place where you think this might help, but you're being told no, you can't, then, you know, there's a question maybe for a therapist or somebody who can help you think through that. Do you want to continue to be told what to do, or controlled, or whatever word you want to put on it? But anyway, encourage you to be brave, take the first step. I don't know if I've quoted it before, but I just saw it on a little documentary, but Greta Thunberg, is that her name? The amazing little activist from out in Europe. She said that the first step is the hardest, and then the second one comes easier. And as soon as you have that, you have movement. And so I just knew I had to take one step, and I've had quite a lot of movement at this point. So it's a little harder to stop a rolling vehicle than it is one that hasn't started. So dumb little analogy, but there you go. So thanks for following along, and look out for my next video, because maybe it'll be in a week, and I'll put some of my actual, like, conclusive thoughts down and where I go from here.